Hey guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Monday morning. Yes, it is Monday morning, and here we are once again. You're here live with me on Breakthrough with Lou. Let me ask you a question. Do you BS yourself into believing something that's not even true? Have you ever done that? Have you ever BS'd yourself into something that is not even true, and you found out later and said, oh, wow, didn't even realize that? Might be able to lose the glasses this morning because, they're reflecting a little bit. Seriously, what have you told yourself that was a story maybe for a long time, and then some point comes along and you go, oh, well, that was BS. Worse yet, that was BBS, bad belief system. Not what you thought I was going to say, did you? See, that is the key to it, guys. It's not about going, what's the truth? It's what you believe that becomes your reality. That's the scary part of it. What you believe actually becomes your reality. It's not what is real, not what isn't. People tell you, get with reality, base your things in reality, or get real. And a lot of times when they're telling you to get real, they're slowing you down, okay? So I got a little story for you this morning. There was a time, and this is going to involve me. There was a time when I had this really, really productive belief that I had to work twice as hard as anyone else for half of what they got. Wow. How about setting yourself up not to win? How about setting yourself up to be miserable? Okay? And the reasons I use was, well, I'm too young. I'm new in this town. I got to work my way up. And these are, stuff you pick up from your parents. You got to work your way up. You got to pay your dues. Oh, I don't know. These people have more connections. They didn't have to deal with XYZ coming up like I did. They didn't have this. They had that. They had advantages I didn't. BS. And that's belief system, kids. Belief system. That's all it is a bad belief system. And who the are they anyway? Who the TF are this magical they anyway? This magical they that you're supposed to be competing with? Who are they? Who are you in competition with, really? Well, my competitors, the other people at work. Okay, well let's name them. Who's getting up every day going, I gotta beat you, Lou, gotta beat you. I mean, sometimes you get somebody that's a little bit of a competitive jerk like that in the workplace or something, or somebody that takes a dislike to you, and you gotta handle it. But for the most part, who are you competing with? The only person you should be competing with is the best version of you, who you were today, to be a better version tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, the light is getting to me a little. So sorry, guys, the glasses are going back on. Okay? So who are you competing with? Can you name somebody? Hopefully it's just you. Hopefully it's just to be a better version of you tomorrow. Okay? And now I'm going to say it. Well, it is true that some people are born with more resources. Okay? And this is, you might go, oh, you just contradicted yourself. Okay, so here's the deal. It's not the resources, it's the ability to be resourceful that makes the difference. Let's take a contrast here. You got somebody like, let's see, Oprah. And, She's born to a crackhead mother who's got no opportunity in life, and now she stands up for women and has programs and helps people and stuff like that. Do we always agree on everything and et cetera? Not necessarily. Then you got somebody like Hunter Biden. Okay, and I don't care what your political beliefs are. Dude's a scumbag, a crackhead, and this, that, and the other. He grew up in a very privileged household. Okay, I call it like it is. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whose son he is, etc. But he grew up in a privileged household and is a train wreck criminal. Okay, look at sometimes you've got people that were super well educated. They grew up in a super educated home, and had all the opportunity, the best schooling, and you talk to this person under the bridge, who's begging money, and that's that person. Then you got that person who was born in the middle of the worst neighborhood, drug-ridden, everything else, had to get themselves to school because their drug addict parents couldn't get up to cook them breakfast. Maybe some friends fed them once in a while, and they looked around them and said, "This isn't my life. This isn't what I want." And then you got people like that, wow, you might have heard of Les Brown. Amazing motivational speaker. Lived in his office for a while till he got going because he knew what he wanted. He wanted to help people. He wanted to succeed. Okay, but he was born in a warehouse somewhere on the floor and almost didn't even make it past being born. And now he's a household name. If you don't know him, look him up. He's amazing. Tony Robbins, had a very abusive mother and so forth, and again, kicked out at a young age, living in his car, and now he affects billions and billions of lives and owns many businesses. Okay, so you can't say it's the starting point. Then you go, hey, maybe you'll say, "Hey, Lou, I came from a good family and I'm doing well. I'm not living under a bridge. I had a nice education. I didn't have to fight for my next meal." It's not the only thing that makes somebody successful. But my point, once again, is it's not the resources, it's the resourcefulness that'll make you either more successful or more not. Now, whether you agreed with the examples I give or anything else, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about you. What are you doing? Are you getting resourceful or are you using excuses? Okay? So we've all felt it valid to use an excuse before, right? Well, my business would have survived if COVID hadn't come along. Okay, well, a lot of businesses thrived from COVID. A lot of businesses did shut down. A lot of businesses found a way to adapt. Okay? It was not a good thing, whichever way you look at the whole thing or whatever you believe about it. It was not a good thing, but some people turned it around and used it to propel because they got resourceful instead of going with the victimology mindset. Okay, the truth of it is making yourself a victim is never the answer. Becoming victorious is. And you might say to me, what about somebody who has had a brutal attack or something else in their past and they didn't ask for that? How do you just get resourceful to get past something like that, or lost a child in a brutal accident or something on that order? Okay, so not saying that the person who had a nice education and easy upbringing and the person who has gone through absolute hell have the same resources. Again, this comes back to the resourcefulness. Okay, it would be easier, okay, for the weaker to be the victim person, okay, and go, "Hey, it wasn't my fault," and it probably wasn't. Okay, I'm not saying, you just brush it off and go, it's all okay. There's injustices. There's horrible things that have happened to people. But there are people that have come from it. John Walsh, my God, lost his son to a brutal murder, and instead of becoming a raging drunk and falling in a ditch somewhere, created a show that saved many, 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 many children. Okay, it didn't bring his son back, but my God, it brought a lot of kids home. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. He could have sat there and been a victim and drank himself into the grave and nobody would have blamed him. Instead, he stepped up and did something absolutely freaking amazing and helped so many. Okay, so the easier the battle, In life, a lot of times, the weaker the person. The easier the economics, the weaker the society. I hate to say it that way. The stronger the battle, the stronger the person. The stronger adversity, makes an oak tree. The strongest oak, the best oak, is grown in windy conditions because it has to fight the wind, and it makes a more dense oak tree. That's just science, guys. That's not me being wah wah woo wah, nothing on that order. So what does that tell you about what you're capable of, right? Okay. The adversity makes you stronger unless you take the role of the victim. Okay. So what's the best way to avoid being put through the test of bad beliefs? Okay. Sometimes, and we've all said it, and whatever religion or however you practice your spirituality, that, if you don't test yourself, you don't push yourself, God's going to come along and give you a test, or your creator, however you call him. So how do you avoid having to be put through some of these tests of bad beliefs? I'm really glad you asked this question this morning, okay? So number one, write this down. This is like a recipe right here, guys. Define what the bad belief is that's holding you back, okay? And then ask yourself, do I blame someone else or something for this, or do I own it? Whose fault is it really? I'm broke. I'll never succeed. Well, whose fault is that? My boss. No, it isn't. No, you are capable of getting another job. You are capable of getting educated. You are capable of growing. You are capable of delivering more value. Whose fault is it you're not making the money you want to make? No one else but you, guys. Hey, same with me. There's ebbs and flows in business. I just had to have one of those ebbs and flow talks of, hey, we need to adjust here. And everybody's like, well, we're doing the same we did, but the expenses are up. Well, let's cut expenses. I'm like, there's really not a whole lot of way to cut expenses, so it's time to make more money. But whose fault is it if you're not succeeding at something? It's not your boss, it's not your wife, it's not your husband, it's not your kids, it's not your parents, it's not the economy, it's not the governor, it's you. There are people succeeding in all areas during all different, how would I put it, challenges. Okay, number two. And if you're just tuning in, the number one was defining your bad belief that's holding you back, as far as to break this pattern of going into victim mindset rather than pushing through. Okay, so number two is ask, what have you missed out in the last month, year, 2 years, 5 years because of the bad belief? Okay, well, I'm not making any money because my boss hates me. Well, that's a bad belief. A good belief would be, what can I do to take my boss's job? I don't know, step past him, find a new job, start a business. There's always answers, but what have you missed out on by not taking action? Number three, own the fact that the belief, not the scenario, is why you are where you are right now. This is a hard one for people to swallow a lot of times. It's like, well, okay, so it's not that I don't get paid that much or I only make X amount at work. It's not the economics. It's just my belief. I should just practice the secret and go, I want to make more money while I'm sitting on my butt eating Cheetos, watching TV and Hulu and Netflix. Bullshit. Not happening, guys. The point there is it's not just about belief. You're going to have to couple it up with some action. But if you believe you can't, you're right. If you believe you can, you're right. Not my quote. Henry Ford's quote, guys. But it is so true. But own the fact, the belief. It's not the situation you're in. It's the belief you have about it that's holding you back. Now, I'm not saying you're just going to change your belief and go and everything magically changes. You're going to have to take some action. Okay, so number four, you're going to have to decide that this old belief is no longer valid, doesn't serve you, and is utter BBS, bad belief system. Once you identify that it's a bad belief system and it's not serving you, you can change it. That's the one thing that's the fastest and easiest to change is what you believe about something. Okay, if you believe that Martians smell like dog doo, and a Martian comes into your house, you're going to go, oh God, he's going to smell like dog doo. He might smell like Old Spice. I don't know. But the belief that initially you're going to have to believe your old beliefs are no longer valid. But then number 5 is you're going to have to create a new belief that's actionable that you can use to rocket yourself forward, leaving the old belief in the dust. Okay? You cannot live with the old belief and try a new thing. You got to believe you can. Like, I don't believe I can run a marathon. Okay, well, you can go try, but if you really don't believe you're going to finish it, you're probably not going to finish it. If you go in with 100% belief that you're going to finish it, there's a good chance you're going to finish it. Now, Coach, I heard somebody did that, and they believed, and they were all pumped up, and they broke their ankle on the first mile. So see, there you go. Well, things happen. Now, when the ankle heals, if they believe that, well, if my ankle hadn't broken, I could do it, so I'm going to do it again. Okay, and you might go, see, there it is. There's an excuse. Their excuse their ankle was broken. Now, there's a few people that have run marathons with a broken ankle and continued. Okay, but my point to the being here is that, sometimes an outside factor kicks you one, but if you don't let it rattle your positive belief, and you go, okay, that was a setback, but I'm going at it again because I believe I can do it. Not, well, see, I told you I couldn't do it. Well, there's your bad belief right back in your lap. If that woodchuck hole hadn't been there, I'd have finished the race. Okay, so you broke your ankle, heal it up, go do it again. Don't step in the same hole. Something to be said for don't doing the same thing over and over. That was really good English. Don't do the same thing over and over again, believing there's going to be a different result. I think Einstein said that was the description of insanity. It is. If you want to change your situation at work, you can't just go in and do the same old sloppy job every day and expect to get a raise. You got to step up. And maybe you can step up all you want and you're going, it's the boss's fault. He don't like me. He's never going to get. Okay, well then work somewhere else. Open your own business. And you're like, easy for you to say. No, it isn't easy for me to say. Okay? Someday, we'll do a Coach Lou marathon on the weekend, and I'll just give you a really, really big life story of progressions on how it all happened. Trust me, it wasn't easy. There were times where, oh my God, going back to years and years ago when Grandma was alive, I wouldn't have eaten if it wasn't for Grandma to stop at Grandma's house. And she knew. Oh, she knew. I'm like, hi, Grams, I'm coming to visit you. Let me get some burgers going. She's like, my God, she goes, boy, you're getting skinny. And it was like, and I didn't want to go, hey, I'm coming over to eat. I love my grandmother, but I needed to eat. But she knew it, and that was the cool part of it. And she never acknowledged it and never put me down because she knew that I was, for truth be told, I was 16 on my own. And, it was hard to make a living and support a roof over your head and everything else when you're not even technically old enough to rent at a place or any of that. And it was tough, but, were the options. So the options were do what you got to do. And thank God Grandma cooked really good and fed me here and there. But that wasn't the end sum of life. There was also some great times, and there was great growth and great learning in that time. But to sit here and go, I love it when I get the easy for you to say. You can talk to people. You're good on video, Coach. I don't know if I'm good on video. I hope I am. I hope I'm reaching you and you enjoy the show. Okay? But my point to it is, I wasn't always outgoing. I wasn't always able to speak well. I wasn't always in good physical condition. I wasn't always in a positive mindset. Okay, there were some dark days of life, many dark years of life, guys. So my point is, no matter where you're at, your belief system is going to change a whole hell of a lot of it. And that's really the factor. It's not that, everything's la-di-da-da-da, go, easy. It is literally, my belief is it always is getting better. Let's make it better. Let's stand up and serve no matter what, whether I feel like getting up on a Monday morning and doing the show or not, whether I feel like going to the office today, whether I feel like dealing with some of the things I got to deal with. Come on, guys, I got to take a run to the scrapyard later. Okay. And the other thing is I don't sit behind a microphone and a desk and roll around in my car and just talk to people and all that. There are times this stuff's got to be done. And, and I'm like, all right, I don't love doing that. I'm not afraid of physical work, but it's got to be done today. And this is in our other business. It's got to be done. So as nice and clean as I look right now, at some point this afternoon, I'll need another shower. I'll be sweaty and dirty. But the point to it is my belief is, hey, let's get it done. There's a positive at the end of it. And the thing is one of the best beliefs in the world that I think I've adopted is I'm not too good for any part of what we need to do in this world. Okay? I'm not too good to go do physical labor once in a while. I'm not, oh God, work only on my business. Okay, I will tell you this, if you don't dedicate the time to work on your business, you won't have a business. You should, as a business owner, spend much more time working on your business and growing your business and providing jobs for others to work in the business. But you can't be afraid to go, once in a while, I got to do the work like that too. You know what? If the toilet's dirty, I'm going to take the damn toilet brush and I'm going to clean it. However, that is not on my weekly, daily list of things to do, to go in and clean toilets. But if I see it and it needs it, or a shelf needs to be wiped off, or something like that, I don't go, oh, well, so-and-so's out sick today, so I guess this doesn't get done. How do you apply that in your life? Okay? It's that belief. What is your belief? Do you have the, we do what we got to do to get it done, GSD? Or do you go, I'm above that. I'm never cleaning a toilet again. Okay, nobody loves cleaning toilets. That's why I use it for an example. But do you see my point there? Okay, what is your bad belief system you've got to get rid of? What is your new belief system you're going to install to get it done and take action? Okay, and it's not just okay, you just write it down and go, oh, this is my new belief, and it's done. You got to do the action. But I'd love you to put those in the chats. As you're watching this, give me some chat on this, guys. Give me an old belief and a new belief you're replacing it with. And if you need coaching, get over to CoachLew.com. That's Coach, L-E-W, my name.com. And let's hook up some coaching and Coach Lew Inner Circle. And this is, I'm going to give you a brief commercial. Sometimes people tell me I really could use some coaching. I could use some guidance. I could use a community to be part of, but I can't afford coaching rates right now. I get it. Well, that's why we have Coach Lew Inner Circle. My God, guys, $1 a day, and you get coaching and courses and all kinds of mini courses and our monthly meeting and just amazing stuff to keep you engaged and get you coaching for $1 a day. It's $29 a month. How can you not do that? To be a part of this, to be able to go, hey, Coach, great idea. Can I ask you a question for my particular situation? I know you can't necessarily do that. I mean, you can do it through the chats on the show, but, to have that meeting once a month where we come together as the community. And maybe you go, well, I'm in a bad spot and I really don't want to come together as a community and talk about it in front of everybody. I need some coaching. I have that too. Okay, we have the direct one-on-one coaching where we talk and we work through it and we design the map, the plan, and make it happen. Okay, it's all available to you guys. You just got to reach out to me. All right, I'm going to cut you out loose today again. So connect to all our shows, all our live shows, just at the Lew Live Media Network at lew.live. Super simple. 6-7 little letters. lew.live. And check out CoachLew.com to catch all the replays of all the shows. I've got years and years of Breakthrough with Lew on there and other shows as well. And let's get you towards the life you deserve. Let's do this. Let's have it happen. Guys, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live whose dream? Your dream. Ciao for now. I will see y'all on the next roundabout. And have an absolutely amazing, and I mean amazing day and week. Let's make it an amazing week, yes? Let's do this.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.